Hi, my name is Jeremy Nielsen. Um, I just got here in Panama City technically 2 years ago, but I just came back from Iraq like I want to say 5 or 6 months ago. So I haven't actually been here that long. But I'm part of the Air Force. I'm stationed up here at Tyndall, and I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty much right out of high school if you couldn't tell. And I mean, I've got a job and a place to live and money in a car, so I can't really complain. Granted, what the military is what it is. But just starting to take my college classes now that I got back from deployment and pretty much got my job figured out for the most part, as much as I can at this rank. And well, I would say my general interest in taking a psychology class was, I mean, I've always been interested in like the how and why of stuff since I was little. I would honestly probably attest that mostly to my upbringing. I went to all through middle school. I grew up in Catholic school with nuns, so I don't know if you ever had to do that, but that in itself is just its own freaking mind fry right there, dealing with them. And then also I would say my family wasn't exactly normal. Now whose really is, but I mean when I wrote a paper on my senior year of high school about how my childhood memories were reminiscent to The Shining because, at one point my mom actually did break down my door with an axe, which it's still pretty funny, but I mean, just stuff like that. My sister's dysfunctional and, growing up she would date like these really loser guys, and it makes you think about stuff like, you know, what attracts a type A person to a type B person. And I mean, it has to go beyond primal instincts because we date these people that don't make any sense whatsoever. Like, they don't attribute anything to us. There's hopefully nothing that you think they can contribute to, a gene pool or something like that. But, just why we make the decisions we make. Like, for instance, how some people are still afraid of the rain or, lightning or something like that. Now, I would have to attest that to more of a primal instinct, way back when we didn't understand what those things were. But the question is why does it still carry over to this day? I mean, granted, I understand that as human beings, we're not that old, but it should be old enough that, it's kind of transitioned out, don't you think? And then, if you just want to talk about modern day society, I mean, why is it that, especially with my generation, we all decide to go around and buy freaking $30,000 Mustangs on a waiter's budget with friggin' spinning rims and those big ass, loud ass mufflers, and those lights underneath, which I don't know what sense they make. I mean, maybe if you were a mechanic, but I'm pretty sure you're not gonna frickin' be working on the car while you're driving down the interstate. But anyway, just overall, my interest in psychology class was just to figure out why things are like, and where they came to be, and just how the brain works overall. Now, I'm kind of interested in the biophysical and cognitive sense of it, but I'm more interested in the actual implementation of how chemicals in the brain actually work. Like, like emotions couldn't have been this developed way back when. There was more of it was more of a primal instinct. So, some people call it modernization or evolution, but what occurred throughout history that caused such strong emotions that we have today to be a necessity over just primal instincts? I mean, you can say we adapted and that's the difference between us and the animals and stuff like that, but I don't know, it's all up for discussion. But, overall, just, I guess, just trying to get my degree at the end of this and just follow something that I find interesting. Alright.